Loan with Premier was insane. They wanted a 19% interest rate. Hey guys, hopefully everybody's doing good because I sure am. Right now, I am in Virginia, not too far from North Carolina, dropping off this load that I have on me right now at the Statesville terminal, and I am heading home for tomorrow, which should be nice. My family's over there right now, so hang out with them. But this video, I haven't really been posting very much because I've just been so busy at the moment, just hustling out here, and I had to renew my insurance license, which I just got done. So now I'm just going to start making videos again. But on other news, I am working on getting a loan for a semi-truck. Now, I've been looking at different options, and I'm going to tell you my journey on working on trying to get this truck because it's been a lot. So my first move was to get an SBA loan, which I was trying, sent all the information in, made a business plan, got a letter of intent, meaning that I was going to go work with Creed straight away after I got the truck. And I sent all that information to the SBA people. Things were going pretty good, and after 2 months, they ended up rejecting me, which sucks. I was so disappointed. It was literally my birthday too, September 2nd. I got an email, which I will pop up right here. Now, if you read the email, it just sounds like the lady that was working on it, and obviously I'm not going to expose the bank that was working on it and the lady, it is what it is. But there was just really weird because she said that she ended up losing all of my information, all our other clients' information because of some sort of update or new laptops. And then she ended up making my case again, which it just made it sound like she just lost everything in general and just everything was just all a mess and unorganized, leading to the fact that I probably got screwed. Now, I kind of just gave up on SBA loan because apparently it's really, really hard to get, and my credit score was at 750. I have a good amount of cash backing me up with stocks and everything else and my assets. I have no debts at all, and I was trying to get the SBA loan for a brand new semi-truck because they got like a 10-year term, which is pretty wild. But whatever, I got rejected. If you have nothing better than what I got, then don't even try because if I got rejected, you're probably going to get rejected too, unless you get really lucky. I mean really lucky. But yeah, so that ended up happening. I was very upset, so I started hanging up different dealerships. So I ended up going to Premier Trucking and looking at used trucks. Now, originally, I was going to go with this Excel Trucking, and I got like a whole thing, like customized, brand new truck, how much it would cost to get a brand new truck with all the stuff I wanted. And I wanted to get an electric APU, which that was the biggest cost adding on top of a base semi-truck. So a base is around $160,000 with that APU and a couple of extra stuff like chains, like a chain holder and low lock holder in the back installed after coming out of factory. It added up to $170,000. Now Virginia has a state sales tax, so that was going to be at $180,000. So that's where it's at, around $180,000 for a brand new 2026 Freightliner, which I was pretty excited about getting, and I thought I was going to get the SBA loan, but everything kind of went down the tubes. So went to Premier and started looking at other trucks, used trucks, and maybe I can get a loan somewhere with the dealer. Don't get a dealer loan. Yeah, so the loan with Premier was insane. They wanted a 19% interest rate on the loan that they were offering me from the dealership. I was like, yeah, not happening. I'm pretty sure I can get something else better. Obviously, it did kind of make me think like maybe I should do it because, I mean, the finance guy was kind of convincing. Thank God I didn't do it. But he was kind of convincing a little bit, saying that it was kind of hard since it was my first time buying and getting a commercial loan, which can be difficult since I don't have a established credit. I don't have very large loans that I've taken in the past, so that was kind of hurting me a little bit. But like I said, I am very heavy in cash and stocks and everything, no debt. So I was like, I got to get something better out there. So I ended up getting a possibly good loan. Went shopping outside of that loan that I was offered from the dealership, and I ended up going to a small bank, and I am working on that right now. So that's pretty much my update about life as a trucker, and I am pretty excited about getting a truck. Now, everybody can have the debates. I've been hearing all over the place. Let me just put that out there right now. I'm not married. I don't really have a girlfriend, a couple side chicks, but I really don't desire to get married. So people are like, oh, you're going to be away from family or your wife. I don't have to worry about that. Another thing, I don't have a mortgage. I literally rent out a room and I have a place to park the truck. So that helps out a lot on expenses. So I don't have a mortgage or large living expense, and my expenses are peanuts. So I was able to I'm going to put a large down payment on that semi truck, so my payments will be hovering around $2,000 for a brand new semi truck, and I should be okay. The company I'm going to work for, I'm going to run reefer, and the current company I'm with, I'm going to do the owner op program. I ran all the numbers, and I should be okay financially. First week I should be able to pay the truck, pay the fuel, and just keep my expenses. In the remaining weeks, 3 other weeks out of the month, I'll be able to put that money away to myself and with the company, leave some for the company for expenses, and just be very organized on my finances. And I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people kind of fall short on and don't plan. I think planning is a big thing. You got to plan for the unexpected to happen and be ready when it does. But I think I'll be okay. Now, the freight market I know is dog shit. It's been dog shit for 3 years now. But I've been seeing it creeping up slowly on the freight rates. And I want to go reefer. And it's just been creeping up. So we'll see. It's at $2.30, kind of hovering around there. But at least it's above $2 at the moment. Hopefully next year I could really hustle, save a good amount of money, and maybe I'll go independent. It just really depends on the money and how much freight is out there. And then insurance is going to be expensive. That's another thing to consider. Since the good thing about going with Creed with their owner op program, they help you with the fuel, so you get 4 cents per gallon you pay for. You don't pay for it all. And then another thing is that you get discounts on repairs using their terminals and stuff. They cut labor by 30. You get a 30% discount on labor costs if you do your maintenance and stuff in their shop, which is pretty cool. Also, the other cool thing is that you go under their own MC, so their liability, they provide you with the liability insurance under them, which is a great thing. And I think they're self-insured. They're a pretty big company. But just those two, fuel and the liability covered by them as one of their an independent contractor with them, that saves me so much money right there. Like, at least no matter what happens, and that's why I'm pretty confident about getting this truck. If we do end up in a recession here next year in 2026, which there's going to be some scares out there because things aren't looking too hot, I can tell you that right now. And I hear a lot of people complaining they can't afford to live, which I'm seeing prices go up everywhere in every state. It's just not even just one state, it's spreading. But nevertheless, I'm very confident this company will survive if we ended up in a recession in this country. So I'm confident that this company would be okay to fall back on if something did get pretty nasty next year, but we'll see. Other than that, that's pretty much my plan, guys. That's pretty much my update on life right now. I'll probably start pulling out a little bit of videos here and there. I am planning on next year too, signing up and working on my Masters of Accounting and start really chipping away on some classes to get my Masters in Accounting, just to have it. It's a good thing to have, and if I decide to leave trucking in the future, it opens doors to me because I already got my bachelor's in business, so it would open more doors for me in the future. And I don't know if I want to do trucking forever. I did sell insurance before this and sat in the office and ran numbers. I mean, I'm not an office person, but trucking can be hard physically and mentally, and eventually maybe in the future I'll have to end up back in the office again, but might as well do what I can with trucking and try to make as much as I can, save a lot since I'm not married and don't have a family to take care of, just myself. So yep, pretty much that, guys. So if you guys want to follow me and subscribe, please do, so you can come along with me and see how it is to get a semi truck, because it's definitely a process. I do have the small bank. I am meeting on Monday. Today's Friday. Monday, I'm meeting with the dealership. Gonna sit down. We're gonna go over specs one more time, and then he's gonna give me a bill of sale or like something showing the price of it, and I'm gonna send that to the bank, and they're gonna start the process. They did do a pre-approval on me, so I kind of have an idea on the figures. But yeah, they're gonna start the process, and we'll see what happens from there. So if you guys are curious and are interested in buying a semi truck, I'll let you know about it and how it is. So please follow and subscribe then. Alright guys, I am gonna go hit the sack because I gotta get up early tomorrow. So I'll see you. Bye.